This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode, Jade Empire. In the last episode, we defeated the minion of Ultimate Darkness, or the minion of Suffering, or whatever his name was. But we know that his boss is around the corner somewhere, so let's continue on so we can restore the fountains and fight this evil. The Temple Courtyard. Enter! And be forever thankful that you get to play such a game such as this. Oh, man. It just, It feels great being here with all these spirits and everything like that. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Oh, God. But yeah, fighting this secret evil. Yeah, I wonder if, I keep making theories of like what the sequels to this game will be, but we'll never get a sequel, so it's not like I don't even know why I keep talking about this, but I keep thinking wondering this evil would have come back in the sequel if they'd ever done one. I wonder if they ever actually planned a sequel, because I think from a commercially, I don't think this one did as well as some of their other titles. If I remember correctly, that's why they never... I mean, other than having all these other projects, because I think around the time this one was being worked on, they were already working on their Mass Effect franchise as well as like, one group was working on Mass Effect and another group was working on Dragon Age at this time, if I remember correctly. So those are already two big franchises in their own, which are were super popular. I don't know how people feel about, well, I mean, if you check the internet, most people aren't very big fans of these games. Got more of you guys. Okay. I don't know why I'm just not transforming. Yeah, this is what happens when you take a break every week before. Although I think last. Okay, seriously, game, hit him. Sometimes that's probably one of the few issues I have with the Jade Golem is that sometimes depending on where he's placed, you may not hit him, or you may not be able to hit the creatures. You know what I mean? Might have to switch off to something else for a bit, just because I'm on the set of key. But of course, yeah. If you look online, most people aren't very big fans of the latest Mass Effect game, Andromeda, which I still liked it, but I completely understand why people don't like it. Like what issues people have with it. You know, it's not like, oh man, I don't understand. It's like, you know, just because you like something doesn't mean you. I mean, since the only reason I'm using focus here is because we've got a focus restore point like right around the corner. I hate you guys with magic. And even though I like playing wizards who do the exact same thing as you do. But yeah, since we got a focus thing like right there, no point in not using it, you know? And then I'll take them out rather smoothly. Are you actually punching me? Probably. Oh, of course I get a focus restore. Cool. And then and then Dragon Age, yeah, it's definitely changed. Well, actually, the game really changed after the first one. I mean, the second in Inquisition, which I still like those games, but it's another case of I completely understand why people don't like those games or have issues with them, and I do too. So it's not like there are certain games that I can just like just because of like the experience or whatever. So I'm not as picky when it comes to certain things. Wait, did that take me all the way back? Well, I didn't even check that whole place, so I'm gonna have to go back there. Yeah, too bad the load times aren't like hop, skip, and a jump. Even with installing the game onto my hard drive and everything like that. Probably maybe on the PC it's a lot quicker because you can probably download mods or something like that to improve like loading times or something like that. It's kind of crazy what mods can really do with a game these days. I mean, okay, yeah, so I just basically went around in circles. Okay. Sorry about that. I got lost there for a second. You know, back in my day, we got lost because we didn't have our compass and dowsing rod. Even though I'm not that old in the grand scheme of things, but some days I feel like it. But yeah, Dragon Age turned a game that was more turn-based. Well, I mean, it's still action, but I mean, for the most part, you had to like pause the game and do all these tactical things. And Dragon Age 2, it turned more. Okay, so yeah, I just went around in circles. I'm double checking to see if I missed anything on the way here. No, I don't think I did. It was just for the experience in that. But yeah, and then the second and third game, they turn it more into an action game with some tactical stuff, but more or less is basically turn more hack and slash. At least that's how I felt anyway. I kind of wish it went back to the... It's kind of like the first Mass Effect, actually. Mass Effect was more like a more standard sci-fi, you know, based off levels, strategy, and stuff like that, while the later games turned to action games. So that seemed to happen with a lot of their games, I guess because it's...
The second fountain is restored, and for this, I thank you. But from this point on, Abbot Song cannot travel with you. He must lead his fellows from their cursed existence.
Great Mistress, I have tried to lead them, to free them, but they will not listen to me. They cannot even see me. Let me continue on and redeem myself for this faith.
You suffered doubt in defeat, but you are strengthened by the actions of this spirit monk. Go. Lead your fellows to victory and rest. Your path does not lie in the temple.
Yes, Great Mistress, it is all so clear. I will do as you say, and the spirit monks shall avenge the great slaughter of 20 years ago.
Did the Water Dragon just NPC block me? How dare you get less party members? How dare you? And he didn't even die. Well, he was already dead. He didn't even get like killed in some dramatic way. It was just like, no, he has to do some other things. We don't want you to have extra power. I could have used that, but yeah, I could have. Well, the other spirits really listen to him now. He's probably going to fail again. Was this all just an excuse to get rid of him? Both of them's pretty funny. Is my guy more funny or seriously dickish? He's probably just going to fail again.
Abbot Song has done all he can for us. For too long he has been apart from his brethren. Now he can finally join them, though their ultimate victory will be up to you. A great evil awaits, and only you have the power to defeat it. Destroy the creature corrupting my temple. Do this, and the restoration of Dirge will be complete.
You know, Abbot Song does have that ability that restores all my stats, like healing and ki. You know, that could have been really useful. Fine. And this was free. Well, as long as the main bad guy here can be shot with metal bullets, I think I'm good. And this will free the spirit monks, and you'll bring me back to life. What's inside for me inside the temple? And then that just skips in about the time. Let's get this over with. What's waiting for me inside the temple?
The true corruption of Dirge rests in the temple, where Emperor Sun Hai struck me down. That desecration drew terrible things to Dirge, beings not part of the natural order. An abomination has gorged itself for 2 decades on the pain and suffering released with my murder. 20 years growing strong, feasting on the death of a god.
Kind of reminds me of D&D, where one of the epic encounters, and in D&D, epic means anything that takes your characters past the level 20 mode. At least in second edition, or not second edition. Sorry, well, that's actually technically second edition, anything past 22. But although it's second edition, you got pretty much all your power, most of your classes by level 9 to 10, really. That's when you start getting your own hideouts and followers and stuff like that. Although you could play to level 20, it's just most stories ended by that point anyway. But now anyway, I was one of the big epic things you could fight was an undead, like god fetus or something like that. And I don't know why, just her mentioning like a dead thing feasting on her body just kind of reminded me of that for some reason. Should look it up. But what is it? What is exactly? I'll cleanse this abomination from your temple. If it can die, then I can kill it. If it can die, then I can kill it.
I cannot aid you in this battle. The very taint that feeds your enemy keeps me from entering. Destroy it. Cleanse my temple, and I will speak with you inside.
You know, despite being dead and helping me all this point, you're kind of a shitty god. Or celestial being, or whatever you want to call yourself. All right. Well, time to avenge the death of the water dragon and cleanse this. Well, I guess technically avenging it would be taking care of Lee, I guess. But nothing. I was just checking to see if there's like anything like hidden.
You cannot join this battle. Your destiny lies in the temple at the top of the stairs.
Well, maybe I want to fight undead people all day. Maybe I'm an undead hunter. Maybe I'm a ghostbuster. Anyway, yeah, you keep fighting your fight that'll last forever, dude. Is there really? I guess there is nothing around here. I could swear there was like a random treasure or something like that that you could find around here. Maybe it's when we get back. Okay, nothing else here. All right, Abbott Song. I guess you win this round. But I was saying about Mass Effect. Mass Effect. Right? It's kind of weird how all their games after their first games turned into games that were designed for mass audiences. Because their first games were for niche audiences. But I think about that time, the studio that ended up Pandemic had been bought by like EA at the time, so they were taken over by a big corporate entity, which almost makes sense that they would start pushing them to make games that are more friendly to everyone so they can make as much money as they can, which now if you've seen the grand scheme of things in the gaming world, then yeah, that was not the best. Alright, say friend and enter, dude. Time to fight this entity and destroy it. I think it would have had a bigger role in the game for being this like super dark entity or whatever, kind of like the darkness from Wheel of Time or whatever. Even though it's not the big evil, big bad evil, it's still a evil. I do kind of like in games when two evils kind of fight each other. Like, I don't know, there's just something interesting about evil fighting evil, even though if they work together, they would win easily. You know, because it shows you that not all evil people have the same, motivations or mentality, well, actually, even good characters don't even have the same one, so it makes it more interesting. Hello? Avon calling. Well, so I got to fight myself, and they're using abilities I don't even have. No! Is this Persona or something like that? Can I actually shoot these guys, or are they immune? Ow. Huh, they could be shot. Well, I guess me, myself, and Irene can be shot. He can be taught! You know they have a ton of looks like they have a ton of defense, though. So you have to be kind of careful. Looks like one uses ice, one uses fire, one uses weapons, double blades, which I don't even use those. Before I get smack some more. Yeah, sorry, game. By making these guys affected by making them be affected by pistols and stuff like that, you basically, oh, right, I forgot. Well, if anything, I've got a ton of key for healing. Although, he's not getting knocked out, or down for some reason. That's kind of interesting. I probably should be moving away. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. There you go. Haha. Even myself is not immune to the strength of the bullet. Watch as I destroy myself. Hooray!
The taint is destroyed. My temple is cleansed. Dirge is restored. After 20 years, my spirit may once more return to my temple.
Well, it only took 20 years and a voiceless MC to save the day. Yeah, pretty epic. But yeah, after we defeat ourselves, I guess we send the souls of whenever to the wheel again, or however it works in this world, and the souls of the spirit monks have been restored and sent back to where they got to go in the great creation, or whatever you want to call it. Oh boy, now we get to come back to life. It was an honor to serve Great Mistress. We still have to deal with Lee. I only did this so you'd bring me back to life.
Your words reveal that which is least pleasing about you. No true spirit monk would be so selfish. Though I blame Lee and his training for this, not you. I can act now, but not for long. Sun Li will soon command all of my power. To complete my restoration, you must return to the mortal world. Find my body and destroy it.
You know, the fact that you're making excuses for my attitude is not a good sign as a celestial being. You're not even trying to do stuff to prevent it or convince me otherwise. You're just like, oh, you're pretty selfish. Well, we'll fix that later or whatever because of Lee. I mean, I was a baby when I was left and taught, so you can't really assume. So this is another question of social nurture versus nature situation. If I wasn't nurtured by Lee, would my character still be selfish? Well, if this game was designed the same way with the same choices, yes. But but yeah, it's like, wait, but then again, didn't some spirit monks betray the temple to them in the first place? Which means spirit monks can be selfish. But you said they shouldn't be. You don't know what you're talking about, Great Water Dragon. I thought I was supposed to kill Lee, destroy her body, I don't understand. I'll do as you command. I already know all this. I thought I was supposed to kill Lee.
Sun Hai devoured my heart, but he needed time to siphon my power. He kept my body from dying, trapped between life and death, held like a trophy in his imperial palace. That was how he ended the drought. You must find my body and kill it, so that when you defeat your former master, my power is free to dissipate. Until then, I cannot be reborn.
So she's technically dead, but she's not dead. She's like on resuscitation or whatever, or she's like in a coma, or she's a vegetable or whatever you want to call it. That's kind of screwed up when you think about it. Basically using her body without her permission and keeping it alive without letting her go back to the Great Wheel so she can restore her power. Actually, it kind of reminds me of the story. Kind of reminds me of a plot detail of Dogma. Well, there's a bunch of. I think there's Dogma has it. I think there's a couple other fantasy tales or something that have a very similar idea. The whole you don't actually kill the spirit, so that's how you stop it from stop like a powerful being from affecting things, because you affect some other thing about them. Huh. It is always interesting when you see it pop up, though. I think Neverwhere Nights 2 did something like this as well, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I played that. I need to play that again. I just don't have time to play all these games again. I mean, this is the closest. This whole me playing this game and other weekend games are the only time I get to play anything old again, just for grins. Anyway, sorry, I'm detracting. What about Lee? I'll do as you command. I already know about this. What about Lee?
Be prepared. Sun Li will not fall as easily as his brother. The Emperor had to proceed slowly. Sun Li has used the amulet to take much more power far more quickly. He has grown so strong that he cannot be defeated while my body still lives. Not even by you. You must find my body in the palace and destroy it before you face him.
You know, I just realized the big great evil that we beat was just basically me fighting myself because he cloned my power. Kind of pathetic, super evil, or whatever you want to call him. But anyway, yeah, so gotta defeat her body, otherwise we can't get the power. I don't know about that. I feel like you're not telling me something, but yeah, we'll leave it at now. Am I supposed to do this alone? I understand I'm ready to bring back. You're gonna bring me back to life or not?
I am the shepherd of the dead. I can restore your life, though the act will drain me of what little power I reclaimed, and may expose you to even more danger. The maddened spirits that swarm this realm hunger for passage anywhere. I will not be able to stop them following you, but there is no other way. Remember, find my body in the palace and destroy it, or you will not be able to defeat Sun Li. Enter the portal. I return to you the life that was so wrongly taken.
I don't know if I'd say it was wrongly taken. I mean, he made a plan. He taught me he taught me a certain file style that had an obvious weakness. And he exploited it. So, well, I guess in my mind or her mind, it was wrongly taken. But I like to. It's nice to know that being a spirit monk or a specific class of person requires me the option to come back to life, unlike all the other thousands and millions of people that die every day. Only the spirit monk and the MC, because we're epic. Boy, unbeknownst to us, Lee's already consolidating his power to attack the temple when we get back, so that's gonna be fun. So as soon as we get back, we're gonna be like, oh hey, ready to confront you right off the bat? Not looking forward to it, but if they can be shot, I think we have a chance. And human enemies are always easier to fight than anything.
All right, everyone calm down. We managed to lose them, but we'll have to stay out of sight for a while.
But what can we do now? The last hope for the Empire died in the palace.
I don't know. We'll think of something. For now, we have to make sure we survive.
Your situation.
All is not lost. Hear me.
Wages?
We must go to Dirge.
What? Why?
We must go to Dirge, quickly. There's no time to explain.
Hey, we're back amongst the living, and it looks like our friends know to come by because the little celestial dragon decided to help us a little bit. I was about to say, like, why are they just following her all nimbly-pimbly? But one, Dawn could talk to spirits anyway, and two, she is one of the more calm-headed amongst the groups. Everyone's like, oh, okay. Whoa.
You live, but the portal was not sealed quickly enough. Defeat the maddened creatures that have followed you, or your life will once again be undone.
Well, that would suck if I lost, like, immediately there afterwards and died, and she's like, well, you're screwed. Alright, time to fight these guys that came back. And so, oh, come on. There you go. Whoa. Yeah, if you want to, basically to beat this little counter, you just have to destroy this, like, rock or portal or whatever, otherwise they'll just keep forming. So, there you go. Yay.
Seek your fellows. They know about your awakening and are on their way to the shelter of Dirge. Hurry. Others will find you soon enough.
Fellows? You mean my allies or followers in this case? So, alright. So we got to, hopefully they'll get here by the same time I woke up. Well, the mosquito is pretty fast. Ooh. Ma Sing, huh? Or Ma Sung? The shrine is dedicated to Ma Sung, the water source, one of the first spirit monks. Why does this remind me of Avatar: The Last Airbender for some reason? Huh, I wonder what meditating is. As you clear your thoughts in contemplation of the spirit monk, you feel calmer. I guess it restored my stats? I think? Anyway, let's, got a book stand here. Let's switch to our, where's the, there it is. Where's that? Mantra of Inspiration. An ancient text penned by some of the first spirit monks, this book has taught you how to properly focus on the mantra of inspiration. Understanding the totality of being is the only goal worth achieving, and yet it is the goal that cannot be fulfilled in any life. Still, in the striving can be found deep inspirations, and those can aid you in your search. In this paradox, the never-ending journey is made possible. Think upon what you have read here, and take your lessons in the meditation wheels of divine harmony in the temple's hallway. They will help you to find the next step upon the unending path. Interesting. Receive that mantra of inspiration. Is that a... God, that's... I don't think that's a technique because of, right? It's gotta be an item, right? Yeah, okay, so it's an item, so that's got to be in the journal. Let's see. And luckily the journal got cleaned up a bit. Although we still have Eyes of the Void and the Bees War for some reason. I don't know why those weren't cleaned. Maybe you can still do like one last go to the Forge or something like that, like before the finale maybe. Mantra of Inspiration. An ancient text pin. Oh, wait, does it say the same thing? Yes. Okay, it just repeats it. For a second I thought it was something new. I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, let me remove the frail scholar gem. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh. Got a dead buddy. Gotta check it. Or kick it. Yeah! Did that thing just shut out 100 silver? Pages of the Tome of Release. Page 1 of 5. What does that one say? See if that should be a... Let's see. So many of the pages from this tome are missing that it's impossible to tell what purpose it served or what mysteries it held when it was complete. So we gotta find the rest of these, huh? Ooh, more silver. Alright, could always use that. A guardian shrine dedicated to the Heavenly Gate Guardian stand here. The Ordinance of Demons is to which Chai Ka belongs. We kicked him out of that girl's body and suffered her tormentation, or what? Torment for the rest of her days. Actually, would she live as long as the demon can possess her, or would it be a case of until her body decays? Oh, we're the hero of this game. Gate Guardians protect the border between the worlds. Meditate in front of the statue. Meditations leave you feeling more focused. Okay, so it just restores my... That restored my focus. I think this restored my chi, or key. I'll just swap in now, because I always forget about that. Let's see, nothing on that one, so... Ooh, book stand. I guess I should have left it. I forget, like, when certain monster encounters appear, so... The Journal of Abbott's Song. There's something disturbing in the air tonight. There's the love in the air tonight. No, wait, wrong thing. I cannot be sure of my suspicions, but I wonder at the behavior of some of the younger monks. They seem nervous, like something is about to happen. Not long ago, I spotted one of them leaving the room well off the temple, and when I asked why she was down there, she could produce no reason that satisfied my fears. The look she gave me when I assigned her extra chores as penance for being distracted from her duties chilled my heart. It is filled with such menace. Could some of the younger acolytes have discovered the secret path at the bottom of the well? Should you have written this in the book so if someone read it, they would know. Are they leaving our monastery without my permission? To what end? Troubling questions that will have to wait until tomorrow to answer. Oh, should have answered that immediately, dude. And now you're dead. Oh well, hindsight's 20/20, I guess. Let's see. Ooh, meditation ones. Nice. Okay, that takes us outside. See what else is in here. Ooh, that must be a reputation of the Great Dragon. You really let yourself go, Great Dragon! And you can't stop throwing up. Blech. Throwing up water forever. Ooh, that'd be pretty nasty. I said that just takes us outside. Ooh. Wait. Where does that take us? Inside, you say? A wet lid, you say? Or I thought it said wet lid. I was like, okay. Ooh, a vase. It's just for me. And 200 silver. Nice. I don't remember if that's randomized or if it's always 200 silver every time. Ooh, machine cogs, huh? What are we building another like thing here, like we did with the Lord Lao or Liao's furnace? The well lid, what does it say? You're certain this well cover blocks the escape route your guardian used when you were an infant, but you can't seem to open it. The secret must have died with the spirit monks. You know, you could probably just pry it open with a crowbar. You know, crowbars are pretty awesome. Just saying. Anyway, let's just keep looking around. So we'll need those machine cogs probably for something, but what, I'm not sure. It's kind of weird being all by yourself in this. We've been together with companions for so long. Although I think you can take the companions out of the group at any time. So if you wanted to make a hard mode, you could. Although the companions, I don't know. Well, hold on, let me read that. Check this real quick. Yeah, kick and decay bodies. Yeah. That sounds like a heavy metal song. Kicking the bodies, Roar! Or something like that, you know? Or at least a really bad heavy metal song. Let's see what that is. Was that a technique? Oh, I guess it was a technique. Let's see. What does that one say? Replenishment of the mind. Plus 7 focus, plus 7 key. These techniques of the ancient spirit monks teach how to enhance the mind by focusing one's chi, or key. By focusing on the ebb and flow of one's ki, one can strengthen one's mind and gain greater mastery over one's ki. Alright, drinking game, folks. Every time I say ki or chi, doesn't matter. You have to take a swig. Okay, what does these do? These meditation wheels have seen better days. While the wheels themselves aren't damaged, it looks like there was a complicated system of gearing that connected them. At some point, possibly after the Emperor's men took Dirge, the mechanism was dismantled. Several parts are missing. Looks like we might have to fix this thing, maybe. Examine the wheel mechanism. Most of the wheels are undamaged, but many of the parts of the mechanism that connected them have been removed or damaged. You can see where the cogs found would fit in the wheel's mechanism. Spin the meditation wheels. The wheels refuse to budge. The damage to the mechanism that connects them is too severe. You must find some way to replace the broken and missing parts. Okay. What can we use do we have enough cogs? Try to repair the wheels with the cogs we found. Using the cogs you found earlier, you can partially repair the gearing that connects the wheels. From the looks of it, 3 of them should spin freely now. The meditation wheels rest here quietly. Thanks to repair, 3 of them will spin again. What is spinning to do? The repaired wheels spin smoothly and almost noiselessly, which such wheels often help focus the mind during meditation. Meditate upon the mantra of inspiration. You feel a sense of calm as you meditate, listening to the water of the dragon font of the quiet revolutions of the wheel. You feel centered, though something tells you that the effect would have been stronger if you had repaired more of the wheels. After a few moments, something in the mechanism gives way. The wheel abruptly stops spinning, and you will doubt you will be able to repair them again. Ah. So if we do this too early, we get the communion of the ocean for doing that. Obviously, I'm going to reset it and redo it again, but I wanted to show you what happens if you do it too early. Key +10. The spirit monks have long used the meditation wheels, lining the entry of Dirge's inner temples to aid their meditations. 3 of the wheels spun freely during their meditations, and your spirit feels more in tune with your heritage as a result. Well, we fixed only 3 of the wheels, but what would happen if we fixed the 3rd wheel? Or all the wheels? And what about the companions? Will we be able to form a plan to stop Master Li before he comes back to finish us all? Find out next time in the next episode of Jade Empire. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.